Hey guys, nice to see you again. Let's see, I feel like I kind of want to do a reading vlog, but make it FaceTime vibes, because there's nothing really much going on in my life, and it's been a minute since I've done a reading vlog. So I started The Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox by Katrina Kwan, and I'm already like 75 pages in. I'm on chapter 12 now, and I feel like this is reminding me so much of C-drama. Specifically, it kind of gives vibes of, what's it called? The Shadow Veil, or Veil of Shadows, I think is what it's called. I think I went over it in my wrap up, but yeah, it's given this. So we are following a nine-tailed fox and a demon hunter. The nine-tailed fox, Yue, I think her name is Yue. Yue was captured by the demon hunter, and he was essentially banning her to hell, but she dragged him along with him. She dragged him along with her. So it's very much so they are now in hell, and I guess they're trying to escape hell, essentially. So far, so good. I'm definitely liking it. I think this is a YA, and it is fantasy. I think it's romantasy, I think. So I think there's romance between Yue and the demon hunter. And also, the demon hunter has somewhat of a secret identity that I am trying to figure out the reason why he became a demon hunter. Is this like a spoiler? Yeah, it's probably a spoiler, so I'll just keep it to myself. But I like, when you, like, if you have read this, like, he has an identity that is more than what he is, which is a demon hunter. I'm like, why did you become a demon hunter? Why did you get kicked out of where you came from? Like, but those questions haven't been answered yet, and I am curious. So I guess I'm going to bring you along as I read this book. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to finish this, but I'm hoping that it will take less than 3 days, because this is around 300 pages, maybe a little bit more than 300 pages, and this is my second book for the month. Yeah, I feel like I am on a slow start, but I'm also not trying to rush anything. I do want to take my time and, you know, have the full experience. So I don't know. So we'll see how long it takes me, and if I want to continue on making this like a whole like couple days vlog. We'll see. We have to see. Have you guys read this book? I'm kind of curious and excited to see if you read the same book. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, so I guess I'll catch you guys in a little bit. A little bit later, I read like another chapter of The Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox, and now I'm about to eat lunch. This is my first time making this. It's chicken sausage, and there's like, you know, at how in grocery stores there's like bagged salad kits. So I took like the broccoli, cabbage, and kale one, and I sauteed them both. Not at the same time, but I like kale, but when it's warm. I do not like raw kale. It's not the best in my opinion. But this is my first time trying chicken sausage, but each sausage link is like 11 grams of protein, and I'm still on my challenge, and I need to hit the protein. But I feel like the hardest part of this challenge so far is getting the protein. I feel like it's hard to track the protein. But anyways, this is my first time trying chicken sausage, especially this flavor. I think I got like the sweet apple chicken sausage, and it's smelling sweet. So, not gonna lie, kind of nervous, but also need a protein. But anyways, I did read a chapter of my book, and it's starting to get interesting because they are starting to go into the trials of escaping hell. So when they first got into hell, it's called City of Sleep or something like that. And now they're in, yes, I got my book. They're in the Court of Temptation, which is interesting. Which is interesting because, yeah, because when you're in hell, like, maybe like the 7 sins or something like that might be into play here. So who knows? We'll see. But it's interesting to see that the 2 main characters and the main lead's teammates per se are going to see how they're going to leave hell, leave the realm that they're in and stuff. If that makes sense. I feel like I'm not making sense. I just wonder how they're going to team up. How are they going to work together when they are mortal enemies? That's a better way. Yeah. How they are mortal enemies. So it's just interesting. And I am intrigued. Especially, I kind of also want to know when they're going to learn more facts about each other. Like Yue learning more about the human realm, and the male lead, Sonam, is going to learn more about like the demon realm and learn more about nine-tailed foxes. I wish that there was a pronunciation guide for the characters because I do want to do the characters justice on pronouncing their name right. I feel like I try to learn somebody's name correctly because I have a unique name as well. So I wish that there was like a pronunciation guide either in the front of the book or even in like the back of the book, like in a little glossary or something like that. But they're in a new court, and I kind of wonder what the trial is going to be, since it's based off of temptation. So we'll see. But I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna get eating, and I'll see you when I see you. Hi, me again. I am currently on chapter 20, on page like 132. And I feel like we are starting to see the 2 main leads, Yue and Sonam, get more acquainted with each other. Like they are starting to acknowledge each other. Like, hey, you're kind of cool. You know what I mean? So I feel like we are starting to have more of an understanding between the two, but I feel like at this time we are now getting an understanding of a little bit more background on each main character, if that makes sense. So that's good. So I feel like because I had a lot of questions on that, so I'm glad that now they are getting answered, because not gonna lie, 10 pages before I was like, when are we gonna know? Are they just gonna keep on fighting? And then, of course, once you keep on reading, it will all, my questions, my curiosities will be answered eventually. I mean, at least that's the hope, because sometimes my questions don't get answered even though I'm reading the book and stuff like that. But yeah, but I'm enjoying the book so far. And also in between some of the chapters, we are having a little bit of lore of how some of these star gods got into hell themselves, I think. I think the first, lore, I would say, is starts at chapter 10, and that's when the star gods were fallen into hell, and now they have to serve their sentence. So I feel like the star gods are, how should I say this? The star gods are making the little realms within hell and are like overlooking the trials that our group is going through. So it's interesting to get like some of the lore as you go through the book. So I very much so like that. But I feel like this lore kind of reminds me of like if you're a Christian, how like the fallen angels and stuff like that, or I guess kind of like Lucifer being kicked out of heaven, and going straight to hell. So that's kind of reminds me of that. I kind of wonder if it is like this lore, what was the inspiration for it? Like, was it like similar to like Christianity? Is it something that was in like Chinese history? I find it really fascinating, and I'm kind of like curious about that as well. But yeah, that's my little update. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reach 100 pages today. I mean, hopefully, but I don't know, no rush or anything like that. But oh, also an update on the chicken sausage. Yeah, I'm not sure about the sweet apple flavor. That kind of threw me off. So I think I'm going to try the spicy Italian chicken sausage tomorrow. But it is what it is. I need protein. And I'm also trying to get myself a little bit better because I just got over a cold and I still kind of feel like congested, but I don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today on the update, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hi, next day of reading Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox. I don't know why I had a brain fog. The book is like literally right here. But I didn't make it to 100 pages yesterday, but I did read a couple of chapters today, and hopefully I can continue to read more of it. They are continuing on their journey throughout hell within like the different, I guess, compartments of trials that they have to go through. I feel like they still have quite a bit of trials to go through before they have to reach the center of hell, and I think that's where they're going to be able to escape or not. I mean, that's what I hope, but I feel like the trials are trying to keep them within hell, so I feel like at hell's center that it's going to be like, I feel like the ultimate challenge. Ooh, I feel like Yue and Sonam are starting to see each other in a different light a little bit more than what I mentioned yesterday. Even within like the chapter headers, you'll see like hunter logs that I think it's Sonam's, and his hunter logs are steadily increasing his, I guess, likeness to Yue. And I feel like Sonam's guards or partners are starting to like Yue as well, and Yue is starting to like them as well. So we'll see. They just got out, where I'm at is they just got out of the, I think it's called like Court of Hunger, and so I think they're on their way to the next trial. I'm kind of like curious to see if they will like fail a trial, because so far they've passed each trial. I mean, it was hard and sometimes they get tricked, but they end up, passing and going through the trial to the next. So I just wonder if they'll get like stuck for like a little bit rather than overnight or for a couple hours, if that makes sense. So, yeah, but that's what's happening so far in the book. I'm definitely loving, like, learning more about the lore of the Star Gods and the lore behind how the Star Gods came to be in Hell. So that's very fascinating. So I feel like the lore is definitely lining up to a little bit of Yue's background, since she has a mask that she can wear that makes her like human, and her mask is made by the mask maker, or that's what she knows him by. And I feel like I can definitely see the alignment of the fallen star gods and the mask maker. So I'm kind of like curious to see when she's going to figure that out. And yeah, but I have a little over 100 pages left till the end of the book. I'm honestly not sure if I'll be able to finish it today. I really hope I can finish it today, so we'll just have to see. But I am definitely enjoying this book, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm liking it, and I'm definitely getting the like C drama vibes of it all. But YA. So, yeah. But I'll probably catch you guys a little bit later. Hi, I'm laying down. I don't want to sit up, but I am now on chapter 37, and I think I'm gonna stop here for today. I have a little under like 75 pages left, so I'll just leave that for tomorrow and finish off the book. I feel like things are starting to ramp up a little bit. So Yue did get a chance to meet the mask maker, but not in the way that you think. Pretty much think kidnapping, okay? And things went left for her, but Sunam and the crew got her, so now that everything is starting to ramp up more because they are getting closer to the center of Hell. I also kind of feel bad for Yue because she wants to experience love, and when she was with the mask maker, or I think it was like either with the mask maker or in like the one of the trials, like Court of Dreams, she saw the dream that she feels like she can never have, which is love. And I just feel so bad for her. And I also can relate to her in that sense as well. Because, like, you want that, but you feel like you can never reach that, or it will never really happen to you or for you. So, like, it's kind of disheartening, and you kind of feel hopeless in that sense, and kind of disappointing having to see that, because you know that you probably can't have that, or it will never be within arm's reach because of it. So I definitely feel for Yue, and I can low-key relate to her on that front. But yeah, so I'm a little under 75 pages left. So technically, if I do finish it tomorrow, it would be like 4 days. 4 days that I've started and finished this book, because before I got on here, I did start the book the day before and got 75 pages in. So yeah, but I am definitely liking this book. But I do have to say, I'm kind of want to go into more, I guess, adult books. So, because my last book before reading this one was also YA as well. So, looking for a switch up. But I'm definitely loving this book, and I would actually recommend it. it's really good to learn more about the lore and learn more about, I think, Chinese history and their folklore and stuff like that. So it's very interesting. And yeah. So I'm going to finish this up tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow when I finish. Final day of reading The Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox. And I just started reading. And I'm on page 240. And oh my goodness. So I'm on chapter 38, but the chapter before, we get more lore about the mask maker and more lore about Yue. But specifically in this section of the lore, we have lore about Yue and Sonam. They know each other. They met each other in the past. I'm like, and now I'm just wondering, did she forget that she met him? Did the mask maker have anything to do with taking that part of her memory away? Does Sonam remember her? I have so many questions, and like, we are only less than 100 pages until it's officially done, and this now is brought up. I have so many questions, and but it's very fascinating. But today I'm definitely finishing this book. It is going to be done. Yes. It will. But I don't know. I love the pacing of the book. And I love how it kind of slowly progressed to them being romantically interested in each other, because it is definitely mortal enemies and then starting to like be kind of like a friendship, partnership, and then it sprinkles into like, ooh, I have feelings for you, you know? I like the steady pacing of all these attributes, from mortal enemies to, you know, a little romantic interest. But this is going to be done today, and I'm so excited. So I think the next update is going to be me announcing that I am done. But no promises, because y'all know I can pop up. I can pop up here anytime on y'all's screen, so we'll have to see. And guess what I did? I finished! And it was so good. I feel like the last 20 pages or so were definitely a page turner. I was eating it up, okay? Eating it up. But it was so good. I really enjoyed this story. I really love the pacing of it. I really enjoy learning more of the lore and some of the Chinese culture within this book. So if you definitely love YA, love like C-drama vibes, love the fantastical side of C-dramas, like demons, nine-tailed foxes, if you love learning more about like Chinese folklore, I would definitely recommend this book. I feel like it is such a good book with all the elements that is needed. Oh, and enemies to lovers as well. I would recommend reading this one. Give this a try, you know? And if you have read this book, let me know your thoughts of this book. Did you like it? If you didn't like it, why didn't you like it? Did you like the pacing? You know, I'm curious. You know, I'm a curious being. So, let a girl know, you know? I like to chat it up in the comments, you know? So, leave a comment. But I think that's going to be it for this video. So, thank you so much for joining me in reading this book. And I'm thinking about starting a new reading vlog. But who knows? But thank you so much for hanging out with me. So until next time, stay curious, stay cozy, stay reading. Bye guys!